Hey guys, welcome back to the 10th and the final part of the Sims 4 Castaway series. This is the last episode of this series. This is the last time we're gonna see these Sims. I'm sad about that, but I'm excited to get into this final part because things, let's just say, are starting to kick off a little bit. So if you somehow missed the last episode, go ahead and watch it now because you need to watch it before watching this episode. Let's just say that. So Micah is stood here after just seeing something horrific, something she's never seen in her entire life, which is a dead body. It's there, it's in front of her. She immediately throws up on the floor because she's just seen something that's so scary and so horrifying. So as she just finishes screaming, she looks down at this dead body again after realizing that on the body there's a necklace, and this necklace it really reminds her of something immediately, and she realized right away that the necklace that was on the body, it's so familiar, and she realized that the necklace was the same as the one that Hope's been wearing this entire time from day one. Micah's mind starts to race. She can't figure out what's going on here, why there's a dead body, why this hasn't been mentioned before, obviously why this body has the same necklace that Hope has on. It doesn't make any sense to her. Like, why would it be the same necklace? She's never seen that before in her entire life, like before this experience. So why now? Why the same thing on the necklace? Why the same pendant? Why the same symbol? It doesn't make any sense. Micah quickly takes some really deep breaths, trying to calm down, trying to relax, trying to think straight in this situation because currently she's not. After trying to calm down for a second, she looks over at the body again. She's trying to examine it, I guess, trying to look at it closer, trying to see if there's any like explanation, any reason why this body would have that necklace on, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why Hope wouldn't have mentioned, you know, a dead body just hanging around, or I guess lying around. Okay, too soon. She looks closer at it and she realizes that the face of this body wasn't, it's not actually a skull. It seems fresh, like not that long, like there's still skin. She can still work out the facial features even though they've clearly been dead for a while, but she realizes that the face on this person, it looks sort of like Hope. They look familiar, like quite similar. They have similar facial features, they have similar hair, they're just similar. So Micah's thinking, oh my god, why is there a dead body here, and why is the dead body looking like Hope, and why is the dead body wearing the same necklace as Hope, and why is there a dead body for one? Why is I there, and why is it buried? Like someone's tried to hide it, and oh my god, this is weird. Okay, Micah, calm down. Okay. Deep breaths. Okay. So, I need to go and talk to Hope? Or leave? Shall we leave? No, I can't leave. I haven't got any way to leave. We're stuck on the island together. Okay. Deep breaths. She wipes away the vomit from around her mouth, and she wipes away the tears that are formed around her eyes, taking as many deep breaths as possible, trying to calm herself down, trying to, well, look away, honestly, from this, because it's not really the prettiest sight in the world. Let's just say that. So after about 5-10 minutes of standing here, trying to figure out what she needs to do now, she needs to talk to Hope, I guess. Yeah, she has to. She's gonna very quickly cover up the body, trying to hide it as much as possible so that no one can see that she's seen it, or no one else has to see it, because let's just say it's something that she wishes that she hadn't seen like 5 minutes ago. She very slowly makes her way back over to the camp, back to where everyone was, and her mind is racing and she still doesn't really know what she's gonna say when she gets back over there. As Micah makes her way back over, she realizes that the three of them are all sat very close and they're roasting some fish that Hope and Max must have caught today. As she comes back over, Max says, Micah, where were you? We've been roasting the fish without you. Come on, I've got a spot for you here. And Micah says, oh, thanks Max. That's great, thank you. Micah starts staring over at Hope. She's trying to talk to Max. Max is saying stuff to her and he's trying to make her laugh, and he's laughing and he's having fun doing the roasting the fish, but she can't actually hear anything that he's saying right now because all she's looking at is Hope and the fact that they're sat right next to each other. Micah looks over at Max and says, oh, Max, do you want to sit next to me? There's a space here. And Max is like, oh, I'm quite happy next to Hope. If Hope's okay with it. And Hope's like, yeah, it's fine, Max, yeah. And Max is like, see, I made a friend. Micah says, oh, no, I just, I thought you might want to sit next to me. It's fine, it's fine. They sit here in silence for a few minutes as Micah continues to roast her fish and keeps looking over at Hope, before eventually Micah gets the courage to say something to Hope. She says, Hope, I was thinking, we never got to, I never asked you how you got here, on the island. You know, I mean, I know how everyone else got here, but, obviously, but, I realized I never asked. I thought maybe that was rude, so, how did you get here? And Hope sort of looks a bit confused before saying, the boat, I was just out on the boat, and it crashed like you guys, and it just crashed. Maybe it was the waves. The waves picked up and it crashed, and then I just got onto the island over there, you know. And Mike says, "Oh, sure, yeah, like sort of like what happened to us, I guess." So did you have any like family members or anything at home, or like anyone close to you, or was it just you when you got onto the island? And Hope says, "No, it was just me. I mean, there's no one else here, right? So yeah, I didn't really have any family. No, there wasn't really anyone." As Hope's saying this, Micah's really staring at her, trying to read her facial expressions as much as she can, trying to see what she's thinking, and she seems a little bit nervous. Micah then says, "Oh, that's a shame. You know, I was just looking at you, and what's with that necklace? It's really pretty. I saw it when I first got here, and I just never asked you about it, you know. Where can I get one, I guess? Is it like a popular thing, or?" And Hope looks at Micah as she looks very, very confused before Hope's face completely drops, and she says, "Why are you asking me all this, Micah?" And Micah says, "Oh, no reason. I was just thinking about it. I just was thinking, like, I don't really know anything about you. It's just, I don't know how you got here. I just thought, I'd ask it, otherwise I thought it'd be rude." And Hope says, "Where were you just now?" Micah slowly backs away from Hope, taking Max along with her, before she says, I was just over there." She points just over there. Just go to the toilet, right? Zane, right, Max? I was just going to the toilet, over there. And Hope says, "Micah, what did you see?" And Micah says, "I didn't see anything. I just was, I don't know what you're on about right now. I really just wanted to ask, because I just thought, we could talk about that, because it gives us something to talk about, right? Because we're friends, and we're trying not to argue, and we're trying to be friends. So I just thought, that'd be nice to talk about that stuff, right?" And Micah slowly backs away from Hope as she says this. All of a sudden, Hope snaps as she just shouts, "Micah, what did you see? Tell me, Micah, why are you acting like this?" And Micah quickly says, "Hope, what happened to her? Who was she?" Hope quickly says, I didn't do anything. I just, okay. Oh god, okay. It's just, look, I lied, okay? I wasn't alone when I got on the island. I was here with my sister. Look, okay, I'll tell you, okay? Just stop walking away from me, okay, Micah? Just let me explain, okay? Just let me explain. So, me and my sister, okay? Her name was Hope. Look, we went out on the boat, okay? We just went out. Yeah, it happened a few weeks ago, okay? Me and my sister, I really wanted to go out on this boat. I just got it, and I just thought I just wanted to go out on the water, right? And so we went out onto the boat. I convinced her to go because I really wanted her to come out with me, and she really like didn't want to come out, and it was really, really annoying me because she just really didn't want to come with me, and I don't know why she didn't want to come with me, because I just wanted to just go on a nice day out with my sister, like with family, because we didn't have anyone else, and so I convinced her finally, and she got on the boat, and we got in the boat, and we started going out to the water, but then it started floating, and it wouldn't stop flowing further and further out from the island, from our house, and it just started going, and then it just ran out of fuel. I tried, I really did, to get it started again, but it just nothing was working, and I didn't know what to do because we were stuck in the water, and I was confused. She started yelling at me, and she started saying that it was all my fault and it was all my idea because I was the one that forced her to go out here. But I wasn't the one to force her to go out here. Like, she had her own autonomy. Like, she could have said no. Like, I didn't say it. I just wanted just a nice day out. Yeah, and she just kept saying it. She kept saying that it was all my fault, and that I was the one that was in the wrong, when she, her whole life, has been the one that's been getting everything, and I've just been just here, and she's just, it's just not fair. So I just anyways, we started paddling, you know, with our hands because there was no fuel to power the boat anymore. So we just started paddling and we were going towards this island in the distance, and my sister was still shouting at me because she was just shouting and just saying all of this stuff about me that I did, but I didn't do it. But then, like, somehow my sister just like fell over, like, out of the boat, and she just fell, and then she was just in the water, and then anyways, I managed to get onto the island in the boat, and my sister was in the water, and she started getting like attacked by a shark because she was like really bleeding, and she was really bleeding, and it was a whole face, a whole body, like a whole beautiful face, her whole lovely pretty face was all just completely destroyed, ripped up by this shark. But I got to the island and I saw this happening, but I just you know, I couldn't go out there because it would be dangerous. So when I got to the island, I just stared over and watched all the blood come up from the water. Then all of a sudden, my sister, she was on the island. She swam on there or crawled out or something, or the waves had washed her onto shore. She made it onto the island. So I went over to her and dragged her out because I'm really lovely, and I just pulled her out. You know, she was really badly hurt, like her face and her body and her arms and her legs. It was all just ripped apart, just fully ripped with blood and scars and guts and cuts and bruises and bite marks just everywhere across her body. Anyways, I bandaged her up with some stuff, and then my sister, like, even though I'd just saved her life, even though I just bandaged her up, and even though I'd just been really great to her, like really great, she just never stopped yelling at me. Like, she was just yelling and yelling and yelling and yelling and yelling until she just wouldn't stop. She was blaming me for everything. She brought up all of this stuff about me killing our parent. I mean, it's not important anyways. There was just so much stuff, and all of this childhood stuff, and all of these things that I didn't do. I didn't do these things. Like, you know, she's a liar. So I just put up with it because I didn't know what else to do. So I was just helping her survive. We were on this island for weeks, maybe months. So long of her yelling and yelling at me. She just couldn't move. She was just on the floor this whole time, and every time I did anything, you know, I was feeding her, and I was helping her, and I was trying to bandage her up, and she just kept being this horrible person and just yelling and yelling, screaming at me as if I did anything wrong. And then she started feeling a bit better, and her legs and her arms, and they stopped bleeding as much, and they stopped being as hurt, and she stopped feeling the pain as much. And then I strangled her until she was blue, and she just was in my arms, in my hands, and I felt the blood stop pumping around her body, and it was so nice. I mean, it was like I was missing something from my life all of this time, and the thing I was missing was this feeling. It was so satisfying. It was so great. I just felt a rush through my body, like, it was amazing. So then she just lay there being dead, and I didn't really know what to do with her. So then I just started getting a bit hungry, and then I just, you know, ate some of her leg because it wasn't that bad, and you know, it kept me going. And after everything she's done to me, she deserves that, and I deserve the food. Then I just buried her there. Didn't really know what to do with her, so I just shoved her underneath that bush over there. And then I just went over to the other side of the island, like where I met you, Micah, and I just thought, well, you know, if I just stay here, then it's nice, you know, there's no one else around, and I can just do what I want, and it was nice. But then, Micah, you showed up, and I didn't know what to do, you know. I was thinking, maybe I just kill you, and just finish it now, and just, you know, it'd be fine because you wouldn't know anything, and my sister wouldn't know anything because she's dead. And I just thought, you know, that feeling, that wonderful feeling of that life just draining from someone's body, I could feel that again. And then I realized that you were only a kid, and then I didn't know what to do because you're a kid, and you know, I'm not a monster or anything. I just couldn't. And then you were like weirdly nice to me, and I just thought, oh well, it doesn't matter now because we can all just go, and then I could just live a normal life back on the land. But then you've just gone and ruined it, Micah. You've just ruined it because you've just made me tell you all of that for no reason. Because now what are we gonna do? Because you found her body, And now I've had to tell you all that. All three of you, you know, and now I can't go back onto the land normally because how could I? Like, and everyone's gonna know and I'm gonna be in jail and I don't want to go back there. So, Micah, I'm sorry, but I think I'm gonna have to kill you. They're all staring at Hope as she just told them this story. Micah in complete and utter shock as a tear rolls down her face. Micah says, no, Hope, no, you don't. Honestly, I promise I won't say anything. Like, I swear I won't. Like, you did what you know. It was understandable that you did that because it was self-defense. Like, I promise we won't tell anyone. Right, Zane? And Zane says, no, yeah, we won't tell anyone. It was just a mistake. Max starts to say, what are you on about? But Micah quickly cuts him off and says, Max, you just don't understand. She just, shh, okay? Micah then says, maybe we just all need to get some sleep because we need to all leave tomorrow, right? So we should all just get some sleep. And Hope says, yeah, maybe we should all get some sleep. So they all go to lie down on the floor next to the campfire. But Micah just lies here, thinking and thinking, terrified, sleeping this close to Hope, looking over at her, thinking, there's no way out of this. And after about an hour or so, Micah looks over to see that Hope is, well, hopefully asleep. She thinks that she is anyways. So Micah gets up slowly, so slowly, as slow as she possibly can go and as carefully as she possibly can go. She comes over, quickly taps Zane and Max both on the shoulder. The three of them walk on over here. Micah whispers over to Max, okay, go over there, okay, go over there and just hide, okay, just hide and until I say anything. You'll hear me, okay? I'll say when it's okay to come out, but just go over there and hide, okay? Just pretend like it's hide and seek, okay? And I'll find you, okay? I promise. Just do what I say, okay? Please. And Max says, yeah, of course, Micah. I'll go hide. And Micah just grabs Max into a big hug and just says, just be careful, okay? Max, just be really careful, okay? So Max heads off over and hides behind one of the hills. Now Max has left. Micah says to Zane, we need to get out of here, okay? We need to get out of here, right? And Zane says, look, I know, okay? I can't believe she did that. Micah says, I know, okay? We need to get out, okay? We need to finish this boat, like now. Let's just move this away from her and just start making it. We just need to finish it. There's not much left for the boat. And then the three of us can leave, okay? We can do that, okay? And Zane says, yeah, we can do that. We can do this. So they drag this further away from Hope so carefully, so quietly, and starts trying to finish making this as quiet as she possibly can, even though it's quite difficult to do so. But she starts trying to make this. Zane's helping her as much as he possibly can. They're just trying to get this finished. It doesn't matter how bad it is, just as long as it does the job, as long as it can float and get them out of this place and get them away and get them off this island, get them away from her. And after some time passes, the boat is finally complete and they have made it. They have finished it without Hope waking up. Micah and Zane hug. Micah says, thank God we did it. Zane, we did it. We can go. Okay, let's drag it over then. And Zane says, yeah, we did. Okay, let's just quickly, okay? Let's just drag it over to the water and just test it out. So these two are dragging the boat along the sand closer and closer towards the water when all of a sudden they hear footsteps behind them and they look behind to see Hope stood there staring, looking very angry at the two of them. Hope shouts over to them, what are you guys doing over there with that boat? Wow, it's looking great, guys. It's looking really great. What were you guys doing? And as they both look over at Hope, Micah notices that Hope is holding a knife behind her back as she's saying all of this. Zane jumps in front of Micah, pushing Micah back, and says, Hope, we were just finishing up the boat so that we can all leave, right? We're just testing it out so that all of us can go and get off the island. That's what we all want, right? And Micah can hear Zane taking some very, very short and very quick breaths, and she can hear him gulping, and he just seems terrified, and she can see the sweat literally forming on his neck, on the back of his neck. Micah looks absolutely terrified as Hope looks over at her, and she sort of raises her eyebrows as she stares at Micah, and Hope says, Cool. Well, I guess you guys wouldn't mind if I help you out then, would you? If I can, I'm sure I can help out testing it. But as Hope takes a step towards both of them, they both take a step back, terrified, looking at her, staring at the knife that she has behind her back that she must think is hidden, but it's not. They can both see the knife. Hope stares at them both for a second after they do this before saying, "You guys, were you planning on leaving without me? Is that what you were doing? You got up early and you were just gonna make the boat and then just leave me? Is that what's gonna happen, guys? Is that what's happening? Micah, is that what was gonna happen? Is that what you planned on doing, huh?" And they both quickly say, no, of course not. No, of course not, Hope. We promised. It was just so that we could get it all done and then we could go earlier, right, Micah? And Micah says, "Yeah, of course it was. Of course that was the plan all along." But Hope just looks at them both as she starts to smile and just says, "Why is it that I don't believe you both? It really seems like you're lying to me right now. I don't like that at all." All of a sudden, Hope runs at them both with the knife above her head. Zane quickly pushes Micah out of the way as she falls onto the floor, and she runs at Zane and stabs him in the shoulder. Hope pushes Zane onto the ground, and she sits on top of him so that he can't move. Micah quickly gets up and pushes Hope off of him. Hope punched Micah after Micah pushed Hope off of Zane, and they both suddenly stop as they look over and see that the knife has fell out of Hope's hand and right onto the floor next to them. At this point, Micah is on top of Hope, trying to hold her down, but when they both look over, Micah grabs the knife and stabs it into Hope's chest. Micah is sobbing and sobbing as she stabs her and stabs her and stabs her until eventually she sees Hope slowly start to realize that she's gonna die. As she's doing this, Micah's screaming out, "Why? Hope, why? Why do you have to do this? Why would you do this? We could have just gone and left. You just made me do this." And she's shaking Hope's cold dead body in her arms, just asking over and over again why on earth she would do something like this, why she had to be like this, why she just made her do something like this. Zane grabs onto Micah and pulls her off of Hope's cold, dead body. Zane holds onto Micah and takes her over to the ocean, dragging the boat along behind him as he's screaming out for pain because he's been stabbed in the shoulder. Zane goes over and gets Max and calls him over to the beach. They very slowly push the boat out to sea, and all three of them get onto the boat. And as the boat starts sailing away from the island, as they're trying to paddle it with what they've got, Micah looks on back over to the beach, and she can just about see Hope's body lying there, her head facing Micah, her eyes wide open as Micah stares and just starts sobbing, holding on to Max as tight as possible. And there they all go, going off as far away as possible on the boat. As Micah says to Max, "It's gonna be okay, Max. Okay, it's gonna be okay. We'll be fine. Okay." So anyways, guys, that is where I'm gonna leave the Sims 4 Castaway series. I hope you guys liked the ending. Some stuff happened at the very last second, and yeah, I'm not gonna say any more, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this series. I know that it was a bit different to my Zombie Apocalypse series, and I know you guys really want a season 2 of that, but I've really enjoyed filming this because I didn't have to focus as much on the storyline. So hopefully you guys liked this, and hopefully you guys liked how this series is finished. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and hopefully you enjoy the premiere as well if you're watching this live. So So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and do whatever you want. And I'll see you guys in another video. I love you guys. Goodbye. Feels bad singing when that's all just happened.